Have you ever wondered what the acronym LGBT+ means and is meant to represent? Well, because I'm responsible for internal communications, I thought it'd be good to get some people together to give you a very high-level overview of some of the more common terminology associated with the LGBT+ community. Why? Well, because in order to support the diversity of our LGBT+ community, we need to better understand it. So what does the acronym mean?
Lesbian is a homosexual woman.
Gay refers to a homosexual person.
Bisexuality is an attraction to both males and females.
Transgender is a word for people whose gender identity or expression is different from what is associated with the gender they were assigned at birth. Sometimes people mistakenly think that being transgender means you are going through the gender reassignment, and that is not necessarily true. Being transgender is not dependent on any medical procedures.
Sometimes you'll see a Q after LGBT. The Q stands for queer. Originally a derogatory term, it's now been reclaimed and embraced by the LGBT+ community, and many people in the community use it as an umbrella term to cover everything that comes under the blanket of LGBT+.
The plus sign you often see after LGBT refers to the wide array of variations of sexuality, such as being bigender, agender, gender-free, asexual, genderqueer, or gender fluid.
Understanding the acronym and meaning behind it is a great first step, but there's also a whole topic related to gender identifying, which is a person's internal, personal sense of their own gender. It's their inner sense of being male, female, neither, or both. Oh, and you need to know that gender identity and sexual orientation are not the same thing.
Then, we need to understand that gender expression is different than gender identity. Gender expression is how someone expresses their gender identity, or the cues people use to identify another person's gender. It's the external stuff people use to identify gender, such as behavior, clothing, haircuts, and more.
Having more knowledge and insight into the various terms related to LGBT+ takes us one step closer to understanding the culture and history of our LGBT+ community and celebrating the many faces of diversity across our workforce, enabling everyone to be their best.